Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that is connective to this collective, that is beautiful, and I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's alright. You just leave it right where you fucking sit. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Our lips are sealed. Y'all should have seen that on, seen that on the title. Excuse me. I don't know anything more than that. That's what I got. And we're going to go from there together. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always, always. Thank you. Welcome home, homies. Please do the trap a favor. Make sure you get those likes up on your way in. Also, have you checked to see if you're a subscriber? A homie, true and through? If not, what are you waiting for? Alright, one big stoner excuse me for any and all coughing. And, yeah. Now that all that's out of the way, I feel like we're going to begin with the musical chairs deck. If you're unfamiliar, that's a handmade deck of mine, where I just put a bunch of channeled songs and some channeled lines. And we play musical chairs as a collective. Something fun, yet connected for those that need the information. Ooh, we do have a returning subscriber. At least one. You're being called out. Welcome back. Welcome home, homies. Oh man, alright. Sweet red lips sipping on sweet tea. These are going to be passionate messages. That right there is a channeled song. Sweet red lips sipping on sweet tea. I can't even recall what song that is, but that's a line from a song, so you're already getting started there. Excuse me. So, again, I'm not really sure the significance of the red lips. I was called to throw on some red lipstick and label our reading. Our lips are sealed. Now, I feel like there's a significance to the lipstick that I used as well. There's a lot of significance in the red lipstick, actually. It's one of our huge signifiers in this reading. Red lipstick, alright? But back to the brand that I was using, it's called NYX, NYX Lingerie. And what I noticed when I put it on is that it does not come off. It doesn't rub off on my coffee cup. It's not coming off on the bowl. It's not coming off on my cigarette. It is just elegantly and beautifully there, okay? Bottom of the deck, the Beatles. All you need is love. Elegantly there. Alright, but something about someone being sexy without taking their clothes off. Someone needs to know that. Like, some of you ladies, you need to know that you are very well capable of making a man smile with your blue jeans buttoned up. And actually, same vice versa for men. You're capable of making a woman smile, making a woman happy, while keeping your blue jeans buttoned up. And no, I don't mean some gangsta slide 'em down, alright? Now, another thing about the red lipstick is a personal significance. Trigger warning here, trigger warning in regards to physical abuse, um, domestic violence, cheating, things like that. Trigger warning, okay? Personally, for me, red lipstick has a huge significance because I used to wear it every single day. I used to have really messed up teeth. All through growing up, when I was a kid, I had really messed up teeth. I would smile, I would talk, and people would pick on me. People that I thought the world of, people that I cared about, people that had their own flaws, but I'm not going to point them out to them like, eh. Maybe not until they started doing that to me. And then, of course, that, like a spore of mold, hit me and grew, and I'd be rude back to people. And then, man, my mouth really was nasty, alright? And for the longest time, I either was afraid to go get my teeth fixed, or I would go and I would get a little bit done, but, you know, there was a lot required, and I'd have to go back, and in the junkie's journey, having to go back for work, that wasn't really happening, alright? Um, but eventually, I got sober, I got my teeth fixed, I put in the effort, I put in the time, you know, the self-care, the fucking pain, and got them fixed. And that was the first time in my life that I felt comfortable wearing red lipstick. And so, you bet your ass and mine, I wore it every day. Then I ended up meeting a man. We had a very toxic, unhealthy relationship, and, you know, there was a lot of, yeah, domestic violence, and this person trying to warp and shape me into something that I wasn't, and me warping myself in the end. At the end of that relationship, I changed pretty much everything about myself so that I could disconnect from everything that I was feeling. I stopped wearing red lipstick. I changed even right down to the brand of shampoo and conditioner that I would use in my hair, the soap I used on my body, the deodorant that I used, which were things that are my favorites. But I'd be damned if I was going to smell those things, because of course in that relationship I used all my favorite things. So I would use these things and I'd be like, oh God, I would feel the connection, I'd smell the connection, and I'd just be like, oh God, nope, 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 nope. So I changed everything. And that was healthy and awesome and beautiful, and I've learned all kinds of new things, and I've picked up and collected a lot. But somewhere along the way I lost wearing my red lipstick, which I worked so hard to be able to do. Don't lose your red lipstick, whatever it is. The lipstick's an analogy. But literally, it could be very literal too. Like some of you guys could have bought red lipstick today, or noticed somebody had, you know, really beautiful red lips. I don't know. Something about sweet tea. Passion. I just got something about passion fruit with that. There's something here about a confession, alright? Somebody wants to confess, or maybe they don't want to. And, you know, their spirit team's confessing for them. I have no real accomplishments. I feel like this is somebody that you're dealing with, or somebody that you were dealing with. This person has no real accomplishments because they're not starseed material, and they're not evolved. And I feel like they're not willing to be, or look at the possibility of anything bigger than or outside of themselves. Ooh. You, collective, you swim in a pool of true divinity, one that's meant for toe dippers and swimmers alike. Some of you are being told that you have an energy of a charcoal milkshake. You guys have the energy of a charcoal milkshake. I find that funny and cute, but blessed as well, because my goodness, it's like some people, they want to drink you in and just drink you in and drink you in for their own sustenance without realizing that while drinking you in, you're purging them. You're cleansing them. 11:11 on the timer, 11:12 when I said that. Some of you need to stop paying so much attention to your surroundings, and I don't mean don't be observative of your surroundings at all, be unsafe, blah, 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 but I mean stop paying attention to every little thing outside of yourself, or outside of what you're doing at the moment. Some of you are spending too much time observing other people, other energies. You're not spending time trusting yourself, trusting your spirit team, trusting God, Creator, the ultimate good, the nature of life, love, karma. You're not trusting. That's for some of you. I'm being told, get on to that musical chairs. What do we have for the collective? What do they need at this time for channeled songs? Channeled music? Thank you. These are the days that we'll never forget. Avicii, The Days. So that would be your second channeled song, and I do apologize for being an asshole and not having a title on the first one, but seriously, this is a line from a song. Sweet red lips sipping on, or it was ruby red lips sipping on sweet tea, wasn't it? Ruby red lips sipping on sweet tea. Shit, I'm stoned. Alright, anyway, The Days by Avicii. What I just got with that, hi there, how goes it, darling? What I just got with that is, some of you spend an awful lot of time just wanting to get out of yourself. That is Meep Meep. He's our bearded dragon. His name's Pink Floyd. His middle name is Meeps. I call him Meep. He's the resident beardy. He's watching every move, actually. He's on point. He's like, what's up? What's happening? So, but a lot of you, I'm getting, and I'm guilty of this myself. So I'm calling me out. I always consider myself to be a part of my own collective when I'm doing my readings, all right? I will literally sit there and watch this reading back. Yeah, he is real cool. I'll sit there and watch this reading back, and so it is being spoken to me, okay? The readings give me inspiration as much as I hope and pray that they give them to you. These things to you. All right. Anyway, sometimes we try to spend a lot of time outside of ourselves, and we literally try to fucking like, like crawl outside of our situation and be like, ugh, the grass has to be greener somewhere else. It has to. The grass has to be greener somewhere else. And maybe it is. And maybe it's not true that it's greenest where you water it. Maybe you can't fucking water it. Maybe you cannot water it in the circumstances that you're given. Maybe you can't. Another analogy, right? Maybe you can't do the things. Maybe there are true hindrances, blockages in your way from doing what it takes to make the grass green where you are. Well, then you're tasked with what do you got to do to go from A to B, where watering the grass is like there's fucking sprinklers. All you got to do is figure out how to pay for them. Or you go out and you know, um, learn rain water collection. I don't know. It's a bearded dragon. He is a bearded dragon. He's probably about 4 now, I would say. Just about 4 years old. He's almost a full grown man, but they live for a very long time. Once he's finished growing, he'll continue to live for a long time after. I feel like that's a message. He does not appear in very many readings. Um, 1616 and 1617 on the timer when I'm saying this. So it takes years from the time that bearded dragons hatch. And they hatch very quickly. They come out of their egg very quickly. They grow from a very teeny tiny, itty bitty little lizard into a much bigger one, about the size of your hand, in just a couple of months. But then it takes them years. He is awesome. He likes the attention. His eyes keep shifting and focusing on the phone. He's paying attention. Um, but I'm just getting something relational to sometimes that's how we as humans grow, and that's how we grow in our spirituality and grow in ourselves. Is you know, we feel like, oh, by the time we're done growing, we're just not going to have any time to enjoy our growth. We're going to be old. And it's like, it takes him a long time to grow and get full grown. When he's done growing, he'll stop shedding. He will not he has full body sheds all the time. Oh my goodness, now I'm all excited. I'll show you guys. I'm a weirdo and a witch, so I save his skins, but his entire body will shed, and we can make jewelry and whatnot, but his entire body sheds. This came from his underbelly. Um, Once he's fully grown, he will stop shedding all of his skin. And when he stops shedding all of his skin, he'll do the little molting thing from time to time. But legit, he'll stop fucking shedding. Now, after that point, he's gonna live. That'll take. That usually they're full grown about 4 or 5 years old, I think, something like that. 5, I think, 4.5, 5. Once they're full grown and done shedding, he still lives another like 10 to 15 years in that stage of fully grown, not having to rip his fucking skin off him all the time, because I imagine that's, satisfying, like cleaning, getting in the ear, but also painful and annoying, like having a sunburn, because it can really hurt them to be shedding and have it stuck on them, and it's a whole thing. This is a part of why they say that animals can truly teach us spiritually in a way that is just immense. Simple, significant. Alright. You guys are also, some of you are dealing with people that have absolutely no trust for people, in people. And it's because they know that they themselves are not trustworthy, and they figure that everybody else is like them. Everybody's just got to be like me. And that's not true. Some of you are absolutely either freeing yourselves or already free of energetic bullshit like this. That said, never be free in the reverse. This says not taking advantage of opportunities in the reverse. You guys are taking full advantage of the opportunities coming your way, and if you're not, you're about to be, you need to be. Some of you are being told, take the opportunities coming your way because there will not be opportunity for correction. Also, I'm being told some people fucked around and found out in regards to you because they took advantage of too many opportunities in a way that took advantage of you, took advantage of your trust, and there is no opportunity for correction. Does it even matter? I'm getting, maybe there is an opportunity for correction, but they're not going to take it. So I feel like for some of you it's a message, and I love you when I say this, it's a message of stop waiting to receive correction from them. Stop waiting to receive them to correct something that they've done, that's happened, whatever the fuck it is. Stop waiting for that correction. Stop waiting for a resurrection. Because this person sitting there asking themselves, I mean, does it even matter? Does it even matter if I try and fix it? Does it even matter? And in that, there's a real possibility that you will not receive that correction from them, and therefore resurrection. And some of you will, all right? But some of you will. But the price went up. They want to come in. They want correction. It's going to cost them something. Probably their fucking pride and ego and selfishness. Are they willing to pay that? Are they able to? Alright, I'm being told to clear that off the table, although I did just see something. One more confession. Oh, trigger warning, this one's sexual. It says, I let porn, sex, and physical addictions destroy my life. Damn. And if they do that, and this is somebody that you love and you care about, or you think loves and cares about you, well then, damn, isn't it just going to destroy your life too? Your self-esteem, the parts of your ego that are there to keep you safe. That is most especially for those of you that do resonate with being a starseed. Or at least someone who's able to evolve. Alright. Moving on. Oh, geez. Just hit the line of confessions. Somebody has a confession of my greediness got the best of me. Somebody was real greedy when it came to porn, sex addictions, and spreading their seed. Gross. Alright, we should get some tarot. Messages for the collective, please. There's something about turning tables. Oh, I just got what is that, an Adele song, saying goodbye to turning tables? Boom, damn, thank you, Spirit. Saying goodbye to turning tables. That is a really overarching message for some. I suggest you maybe think about the Six of Cups energy. Look up the Six of Cups energy and listen to that song. But it's an energy of saying goodbye to the shit that just can't come with you where you're going. The shit from your past that belongs in your past and need not to come into your future. Need not to come into your future. Because your future doesn't have room for it. There's a lot of room in there. But there ain't no room for this shit. For whatever all that shit that we just saw is. No. Ain't no space at the end. Messages for the collective, please. This is cute. I think can I flip the camera? So you guys got this Two of Stones, this bear climbing up on this rock, jumping over, and it's cool because he landed on this rock. This is literally a slate rock with, this is what I'm seeing as a reader, where to? Where's this bear gonna go? Where to? The moth. You are cursed. Permanently take a -2 penalty on saving throws. Notice how this person is sitting on a rock? I feel like somebody, some grumpy, crusty old fucking bear, had this choice. They were stuck between a rock and a hard place, and they had this choice, where to go, where to go, where to go. There's something about, like a moth to a flame, they chose the wrong fucking choice. They went after fake light instead of sunshine. Collective, you're the sunshine. Whatever options that they had, whatever addictions they faced that they chose over you, it's because of those that they sit in an energy of this now. Cursed. Stuck between that rock and hard place. Alright. That was pretty cool. I like that. Sometimes things line up like that. We're going to move on to another deck. Some of you are facing love. Thank you, darling. Hello. Welcome home, homie. Thankful to see you here. I'm thankful you are all here. I'm thankful for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes, every bit, your donations, checking out my book links. You guys help me grow every day, and I am grateful for it. Grateful for the small things, the big things, and everything in between. Some of you are going to have a love like that. If you don't already, it's what you're coming into. A love that is grateful. A love that is small, that is big, and that is everything in between. And my darling, it's exactly what you deserve. Some of you are coming into that state simply and significantly with yourselves, which you must before you share yourself with anyone else. Oh goodness, a bird sitting on the phone. I have a thing with birds, okay? I have a thing with birds. I feel like sometimes birds taunt me because I am fidgety around them because, man, they have like talons and things and beaks. They got fucking beaks. I'm going to use the Gypsy Witch Oracle messages for the collective. What do they need to know at this time? Thank you. Ace of Swords energy. Queen of Diamonds. You guys have number 12 and number 37. Those numbers could be significant. Children signify friendly disposition and gentleness. Some of you may be pregnant, considering having children. For those of you that are, consider what I said about that type of love. Have those children and that type of love. That grateful love. It's a suggestion. And a truth. Ace of Swords energy. Oh my God. There are some of you that, trigger warning, this is a very triggering reading here. The subject of getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant, having children, adopting anything is a very, 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 very sore subject. Like a gaping wound. Some of you, it's because you were assaulted during pregnancy and you lost your child. On the flip side of that, I just saw that some, and hopefully not any of you, collective, but some may have assaulted, been the assaulter that cost a woman the life inside of her. And for those of you that that's your truth, I can't say that I believe in forgiveness for you. Or anyone that would assault a woman and risk a life coming from that. Talk about Haktua. For those of you that may potentially have been assaulted, my love on that wound. And I just saw 3411 on the timer. I feel like there are 3 really important things that you could take from this message. One of them being this. That grateful love that we've been talking about, it exists, it's true, it is out there, and it exists for you. Don't you dare believe for a second that it doesn't. And I'm not speaking anything medically. I can't. That I can't, but I can say that potentially in this love, this grateful love, new life can grow. I'm going to leave that there. It feels really intense. Freedom. Oh, sweet freedom at last. Many of you are freeing yourselves from the pains of your past, the chains of those pains. I'm going to get into the book on that one. That one feels important. Let's have a faculty meeting with the book. The Suit of Cups deals with emotions and matters of the heart. The Ace of Cups, that's what we had, right? Yes, Ace of Cups, is about that initial burst of emotions when a relationship is fresh and new. In drawing this card, I wanted to capture the idea of that emotional rush, its wild and untamed nature. The waters of the soul explode forth from the woman's solar plexus, the core of emotions in the body. They wing their way towards the goblet. One of our subscribers was just talking about a bird. They wing their way towards the goblet, held in her outstretched hand, but they could easily miss their mark. This energy is still young and new, kind of like we were talking about with the bearded dragon. It's primitive and unpredictable. Who knows where it could lead, or if it will flow for reward or ruin. The Ace of Cups shows up in a reading when we are in the process of getting in touch with our feelings. It can also be referring to a strong attraction that is developing or about to come into your life. This is the time to let your heart be heard. Logic will not help you in this situation. The Ace of Cups sets the stage for establishing a deeper bond in a relationship, whether romantically or platonically. In order for this to happen, you need to let down your walls and let your feelings be known. You will also have to invest yourself and your time for this to become a reality. I like it a lot. Take a sip of coffee. I think we're going to get a message from the sacred shaman. It might be the mystical shaman. Messages for the collective. Awesome. I love that. I love it when the homies blaze with us. Messages for the collective, please. Messages for the homies. What do we get? Thank you. The Sorcerer. 48. Ooh. The Serpent wanted to fly out in the reverse. This feels like very, very, very far past energy, but something wants to come up. The Serpent in the reverse, accompanied by the Rainmaker and the Child. I'm being told that something about what I just said literally triggered somebody's healing process. Sort of like cleansing the wound, triggering healing. I'm getting something about someone being afraid that life is going to steal their children, sort of like the world is just taking them away. And I'm not going to say that that can't happen and that's not true, but if they're children, like home age children, what are you doing to make sure that it's not, you know? And that's not like a stab, jab, being an ass, is to say, what can you do? What more can you do? Like, are you already doing everything there is to do to make sure that the world's not eating your kid alive? Well, then take a breath, pat yourself on the back. If you're not, what is it that you need to be doing to give yourself comfort and be sure that your child is secure, safe? Getting some of that. Some of you are going to have some serious heart-to-hearts with your children where truths are revealed. Some of you are coming into a time, a phase, a part of your relationship with your children. And this could be, if you don't have children, it could be something about your inner child, okay? The way you connect to the inner children of others. But I'm getting, especially for parents, something about some real heart-to-hearts where having like this relationship where secrets just can't exist. It's almost like mold or fungus and shit like that. It has to have the right, yeah, even the bearded dragon over there. Plants, humans, we have to have the right conditions to live, right? Right conditions to breathe and whatnot. Something about having a relationship that it just doesn't have those conditions. Secrets wither and die. Untruths just because the environment in the relationship is fucking marvelous. I like that. And that can also be, again, in relation to the self and the inner child self. And that right there, having number 7 on this card, that connection is a very successful connection. All right? Be it that child on the outside, the child on the inside. Both. All right? Something about magic. It is magic when you can connect to that inner child and bring it forth in a way that it's like the healed inner child meeting the healed adult, and it being theoretically a big bang from there. Life is created anew. I like that. Somebody feels cramped. The Earth Keeper fell out onto my thigh. The Earth Keeper. I'm not sure what that wants to say, except some of you walk with the keepers of the earth. I also just got something about that there's like a little quote, a little saying, a little story thing, and it's talking about walking lightly upon the earth, walking with respect, not walking with a harsh vibration. And I'm not saying, so a lot of us tend to be abuse survivors, okay, and specifically narcissistic abuse survivors. Narcissistic abuse survivors tend to exert this symptom after abuse, which is to like tiptoe. Walking on eggshells thing, but it's like tiptoeing. Literally, I could be in my apartment at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and be the only person in the fucking building, and I'm tiptoeing, and I'm looking at myself, catching me like, what the bitch, quit your tiptoeing. I'm not thumping across the floor to be an asshole. So why am I paying so much attention and trying to, beep, beep, beep. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying do that to yourself. But I'm saying, like, when you're out in nature, grounding, connecting, things like that. Again, it's a quote. It's a thing out there about walking softly, treading lightly on the earth, respecting the earth with every step that you take. Those are the messages that I'm getting there. Especially, again, the way that landed on my leg, on my thigh. I feel like we're gonna get a closing guidance, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope and pray that you guys get what you need, how you need it, when you need it. Yeah, thank you. Peace. I hope you get peace. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Accept what is. Strive for inner peace. Life is meant to be lived with ease and grace. Allow without controlling. Enjoy and appreciate each moment. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. If you guys are looking for the links to my books, to catch them over on Amazon, you can find the links right here on YouTube at the Shanty's homepage. I appreciate any likes, comments, donations. Those go towards any supplies that I need to make cards, buy new decks, get paper, index cards, things like that. So I appreciate those immensely. The links for those are over on the Shanty homepage as well, the donation links. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Until we speak again, my dears. Mwah.